So have you ever wondered what kind of differences exist between, a standard Bronco on 32-inch tires, not so standard Bronco like the Badlands on 33s, or if you go all the way up to 35-inch tires, what kind of differences essentially exist between all the models? Well, here on Johnny's Car Care and Reviews, we're here to help. So we've made sure to have Badlands Bronco, which is highly popular, one of the most popular models, but we also have a Sasquatch model, and well, Sasquatching your Bronco is the most popular option. And if you do get Sasquatch, well, you're pretty much getting the same across all models, and different models will really just be deciding the color of your interior and the options on your vehicle. Now, we wanted this Bronco because it has the 360 camera up front, which is going to help us with what we're going to do today. Today we're going to go up a mountain. Now I'm definitely using that 360 camera. I'm in sand mode, and I've got that 12-inch touchscreen giving me the camera front view so I can make sure I stay in the tracks here to not drive off this trail, because this trail is made for an ATV. This is 4-wheeler wide, and the Bronco's just fitting on it. With the Outer Banks Sasquatch, and we'll be talking about some of the comparisons, such as fuel economy between, a standard Bronco, a Badlands, and a Sasquatch. So watch throughout the video in regards to fuel economy, and we'll also be talking about some off-road handling of the Sasquatch. Now, this Sasquatch is kind of different than a lot of the ones you'll see on the internet because it has full-out Nokian winter tires. So they've got the LT3s, that's the model of the Nokians. They're very high-end winter tires, and we're going to be going off-road up a mountain, so we'll let you know all about the quality of the tires. Now, we tested it, or I tested a little in the driveway here last night, see if I could get up the small hill, but anyways, it did great in about 1.5 feet, 2 feet of snow, just rolled right through it. And if you come with me, I'll actually show you some of the things you should bring if you are going to do a little off-road. You need to make sure that you're safe and secure. You've got a plan in case you get, stuck for a few hours. So if you follow me, we'll go right to the trunk of the Bronco. So here, really basic stuff, a real minimum. Not the best shovel, but we do have a shovel. Snow pants, in case we get stuck. Gloves, toque, full winter kit in case, even a blanket in case, we're stuck and we're without heating for a few hours. I always like to bring also equipment if I have to start a fire to stay warm. And of course, bring straps. So far I've been pretty lucky, I haven't had to use the straps whatsoever, but bring straps in case you need to pull yourself out or have someone pull you. Bring really as many straps and as much length as possible, because you might need to hook onto a tree if no one else is available to pull you out of your slippery situation. So we're going to be taking this one. It's got locking front diff, locking rear diff. Of course, all Broncos are 4-wheel drive. This one actually has the intelligent 4x4, so that 4 automatic mode that I absolutely love for on-road driving, but we'll probably be using the 4L today. So stick with us, watch to see, what happens. Do we get to the top of the mountain? How well does it do it? Do we get stuck? Well, we're ready if we do get stuck. And of course, this is kind of small and pathetic. I haven't gotten the big, long grips yet, and I should, but I'm pretty confident with what we're going to be doing today. And with the Nokian tires, I'll play it safe. I won't just throw myself full speed into trouble, so that way we can sort of gauge things in advance. And I did do some driving through some 1 foot to 2 feet of snow to see what kind of traction I can expect and have a good idea of what I can and can't do. So stick with us to see how it goes with fuel economy, because we're going to be doing about 1.5 hours of driving. We'll compare all 3 types of Broncos you might be considering, and we'll see how it goes up that mountain. So please go ahead, hit like and subscribe to help us continue doing, well, what we love doing. Bronco ride? Yeah? Bronco ride. Bronco ride. Bronco ride. Bronco ride. Do you want to go for a Bronco ride?
Bronco ride!
Okay, so we're going to be testing the fuel economy on this. So far, it's been taking roughly 1 mile per gallon more than the Badlands because of the tire size, but really I'm doing this trip to kind of reset the testing because, of course, new vehicle, I let it idle, playing around with all the buttons, so we'll see really what the end result of these bigger tires is on the vehicle, and I won't be able to take us too far into the woods with the four-wheeler, because after my four-wheeler small crash, I've got quite the sore back. So this is about as much as I can do while I'm doing exercises to heal that back. But right now, so far, we're doing 14.3 miles per gallon. That's what we have been getting is 14.3 miles per gallon. So we'll see what we get today after an hour and a half of driving. Something that I do love, there's been a lot of complaints about the screen here, but what's really nice, especially if you have a high package and you have the big 12-inch screen, you get the 360 camera, which in Baja mode, you can actually be driving and see what's right in front of you. And you know, I'm going to Mount Hereford, and what's really cool is I can see right here my navigation directions right in the screen behind the steering wheel. So super helpful. So far, absolutely loving this vehicle. Heated seats, dual climate control. Those were all things we don't have on the Badlands that, you know, Marie is really appreciating these heated seats, mind you. Without heated seats, she's found a little trick. She threw down a blanket, so she does not find that marine grade vinyl seating cold anymore. And do keep in mind that you can always, for about $300 per seat, add aftermarket heated seats to your vehicle, and proper heated seats at about $300 per seat. So hopefully that's a little helpful trick. Now let's just head over, go up that mountain, see if we get stuck, and see what happens. Hopefully we don't get stuck. My back is just starting to heal. Okay, so I promised that we'd have all sorts of comparisons between a more standard Bronco, the Badlands doesn't even have heated seats, versus this high package Outer Banks Sasquatch. Right now today we're going up a mountain to see how these winter tires perform, miles per gallon at the end of the day. And let's also talk about some co-pilot 360 talk. That's the lane keeping, blind spot detection. The Badlands has collision assist, meaning the vehicle will actually brake up to about, up to about 30 miles per hour. It can brake to help you have either no accident or less of an impact. That's standard. Thank you, Ford. Very generous on your part, giving that to us for free. Now, oddly enough, I usually really dislike the technology that helps you stay safe and drive, because it's usually really like a really stern nanny or a school teacher that has the ruler in their hand ready to slap your knuckles. This is no knuckle slapper, because I've driven other manufacturers where every time someone passes you, Marie-Pierre and I were just listening to a nice song, F-150 passed us, because we're just tooting around having a Sunday drive, you could call. And other manufacturers, that would have beeped the whole time they're in our blind spot. And it's also true when normally I drive kind of fast, it beeps every time someone's in either of your blind spots, left or right. Now this doesn't beep, so it's not an intrusive nanny. They let you do your thing. Also the lane keeping, it doesn't jerk you back into the lane real sharp. It's just a slight assistance, the lane keeping. It helps keep you in your lane, and the vibration in the steering isn't annoying. The vibration is actually has less vibration than a lot of the roads here give me. So not intrusive technology. Now let's just quickly talk about miles per gallon so far. Normally I've got a heavy foot, so normally on this Sasquatch over the last 176 miles, I've gotten 14.4 miles per gallon. That's not great, but I have a heavy foot. Remember, every driver is different, so you need ideally reviewers who are very objective, who take their own weaknesses and their own habits into account. That's what I'm trying to do here. I want to be objective as possible, offer as much data, really. So later we will talk about standard Bronco with a light foot driver. Today I'm trying to have a light foot, and so far I'm at 18.8 miles per gallon. I think that's really good considering this monstrous vehicle on monstrous tires. Looks great, drives great, eats up bumps, fantastic comfort. I'm surprised the 35s are actually pretty comfortable. So far the Outer Banks on 32s, obviously getting the best miles per gallon, but also gives a very comfortable ride. But this isn't bad, and a nice difference versus the Badlands. The Badlands does not have extra, you feel it in the top feels thinner because it is thinner. This has extra sound deadening materials for the soft top and also under the engine bay, which has made it so that we hear the engine more.
In
the engine
300 meters, turn.
The engine actually sounds great, by the way. And the extra sound deadening does make a difference. And hey, this is on 35-inch winter tires. And look, Ma, I'm driving no hands. So it's got a good drive to it. But, you know, let's just head over to that mountain and see how it goes off-road. Okay, so it's New Year's Eve. Stay tuned because we're going to be talking about all the need-to-know info about this little off-road trip, like wrapping your Bronco, what tires you should have. You know, do you go full-out snow tires? Do you trust those 3-peak snowflake rated tires? Which are good at what? We're also going to be talking about 4 automatic versus 4 low versus 4 high. When to use each one of those based on conditions. So we will turn on the 4 low mode and show you what that looks like, show you how incredibly useful that is, because that is your slow crawl mode. We'll also tell you what not to do. You need to absolutely not do one major incredibly important thing: to not overheat everything and ruin your Bronco when you're in 4 low. So I'll give you details on that. Simply put, keep the speed down and low. So we'll show you the end result of our little off-road and really bad on-road Quebec road driving. We almost end up having an accident. So, you know, like and subscribe so you don't miss any of that. Just click on the next video as soon as it's available. I've got to go celebrate New Year's Eve and, you know, ring in the new year with Mary Pierre, because she's calling me down. You got to listen to the wife. And, you know, Winston needs a little support there too. So thank you so much for watching. It's really appreciated. And I do promise we will finish off this video and we're going to get you off-roading. We're going to tell you all about it. I'll show you, you know, I did have a recent accident, but I always want to avoid trouble for you all. So we'll talk all about wrap. I'll also show you what to do to wash your vehicle so that your off-roading experience doesn't ruin your clear coat, so that you know, when you do need it to look showroom, it doesn't look just like a joke. So we'll finish off that trip, be talking about the wrap, be talking about tires, super important. So stay tuned for more videos like these by subscribing. And it's really appreciated, all the likes and subscribes this year. Over 1 million views this year alone. So just want to thank the community. Thank you so much for leaving really helpful community comments that help us all learn and grow. That's what we're here to do. And I do promise we're going to learn and grow in the next video coming right up. So in the new year, 2022, we'll have that off-road video where we'll find out why I ended up taking some side trail that's meant for 4-wheelers instead of the main trail. Basically, I got locked out. What can you do? But in the meantime, you can always watch the video where Bacon Bits goes off-roading at the sand pit, because that we did talk about, you know, 4 automatic versus 4H. What are the negative points to 4H? What can you not do with it? What is it bad at? What does it put extra wear and tear on versus, you know, 4 low? And you can see 4 low, this thing will crawl up pretty much just about anything. So please join me in the next video to do a whole lot of tire talk, some wrap talk, also some wash talk, because after you do all this nonsense, if you wash your car with a mitt, a contact wash, that could be the worst thing for your clear coat. So watch the next video for everything you need to know, and we're going to cover all that. In the meantime, hey, I'm wishing you all more cars and more power. If you haven't gotten your Bronco yet, I certainly do hope you get it awfully soon. I can tell you that the hard tops I've been seeing lately are looking incredible, and the soft tops, really, as much bad publicity as they've gotten, we're finding the new Outer Banks soft top to be fantastic. So take care, happy new year y'all, and see you in the next video.